Amid the violent protests over Agnipath, India today has accessed shocking WhatsApp anarchy chats from Kanpur that reveal how Friday's violent protests are meticulously planned. A WhatsApp group named Boycott TOD, which is the short form for Tour of Duty, called to burn down a police station and also block a national highway. Here's a report.
Nationwide furor over Agnipath. But who is fanning this fire? Is this just anger over Army's new recruitment scheme? Or are the rioters following a toolkit? India today has accessed shocking WhatsApp anarchy chats from Kanpur that reveal how Friday's violence protests were meticulously planned. These are the chats that reveal a clear conspiracy. A WhatsApp group named Boycott TOD, short for Tour of Duty, calls to burn down a police station and block a national highway. This WhatsApp group brings to the fore a plot that was hatched and executed with the clear intent to disrupt law and order. These chats establish one thing: the anger over Agnipath is not just organic. And if this one WhatsApp group was created to mobilize violence in Kanpur, is a similar toolkit being used across the country? With Simar Chawla in Kanpur, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, 4 days after the Army's Agnipath recruitment scheme was announced, protests, arson and vandalism continued across the country. Truck and bus were set on fire in Bihar's Jehanabad by protesters. Meanwhile, internet services have been suspended for 48 hours in 12 districts in Bihar. Massive violence has been reported across several districts of Bihar, with agitating youth approaching trains, vandalizing government property. In UP's Aligarh, cops have released images of rioters inciting violence. Bihar, in fact, continues to be the epicenter of the violence that's been seen in the country against the Agnipath scheme, in spite of 2 attempts by the government to make some changes and amendments as far as this scheme is concerned to pacify the protesters and to douse the fire that has erupted in many parts of India, as is evident from what we are putting out in terms of the pictures and the reports coming in from Bihar, Telangana, West Bengal, Delhi city, UP, Haryana. We'll be getting in more details from Bihar, as that one call has also been given. There's been fresh violence in Jehanabad today. Yesterday, there was violence in Nalanda. There was violence also in different other parts of Bihar, like Samastipur, for example. Rohit is getting us more details. He's joining from Ara in Bihar, which also has seen violence in connection with the Agnipath scheme. As far as the clashes today in Jehanabad, the fresh pictures of vandalism is what I'm referring to is concerned. There is no respite, in spite of the government stepping in. Give us an idea, Rohit, of the current situation in many districts of Bihar, and what does the government now intend to do?
Well, it's only after 3 days of massive violence that was seen on the ground that the Bihar government rose to the occasion. And yesterday, first of all, the first decision it took was to ban internet services in 12 districts. These districts were the most worst affected districts, where we saw widespread violence and all the protesters running amok and vandalizing railway property, torching trains and several bogies also. So all these was witnessed in the last 3 days, and only yesterday the state government finally decided to ban internet services in 12 of these districts to ensure that the social media was not misused for spreading rumors and inciting more violence. And right now we are in Ara, and in Ara, which is basically the epicenter of the entire protest going on in Bihar. Yesterday we saw also large-scale violence here. The situation as of now remains calm. because today there are more boots on the ground. Paramilitary forces have been put on the ground, they have been deputed, more Bihar police personnel are on the ground, and today we saw several top officials of the government, of the administration also, the police and the administration, they are also continuously flag marching and also carrying out patrolling in and around Ara town. So today it appears that the state government has finally geared up to control the situation, and if anything untoward is happening, they can control the situation because there are more security personnel on the ground today. And as far as other districts are concerned, there are some reports coming from other districts of violence, as Jehanabad is a case in point, where we saw early morning today that the protesters, they torched a bus and a truck on fire. And so this kind of a violence is being reported, and the situation is also gets aggravated here, becomes more serious, because now the entire Bihar Bandh call, which has been given today by the students organization, it has been backed by political organizations like RJD, Hindustani Awam Morcha. So that is why the state government is now geared up today to ensure that nothing untowards happen like it has been witnessed in the last 3 days.